or more. And then we can see that they came and take off some of the pieces, and we are expecting government to work on it.
But it has happened here severally, and we those who trade here is always danger. Some of them, it caused a lot of, some of them fell on cars and people sustained a lot of injuries, including the cars. Since we have an authority that takes care of these things, when trucks fall on this matter, we expect that police come in and authorities come in and they see the thing as either bent or it has fallen off. But they leave the thing there for a very long time before they take steps to come and either. So this thing has not been replaced for a very long time now.
What we lack in this country is a lack of maintenance. How many years? This thing, how many years? Just 8 years, or almost getting to 10 years. And look, and you know who have been doing this? The trailers. You know you can't cram the top. You pass the down. At the end of the day, nobody will worry you when you pass it down. Nobody will worry you. But it seems like everybody is doing what he wants.
Ideally, heavy-duty trucks like trailers are not supposed to access this flyover. Since we came here like an hour ago, I can count not less than 20 trailers that have accessed this flyover, causing imminent danger to the lives of traders and also pedestrians. Reporting for Metro News, my name is Eko Sechisaki. Kwame Nkrumah Circle Interchange.
And in other stories, the newly incorporated Chamber of Cocoa Marketers has been officially launched with a unified platform for stakeholders in Ghana's cocoa sector. The newly incorporated chamber aims to promote policies that support sustainable growth, address challenges, and influence policy.
Board says the Chamber's objective is to create a common platform where stakeholders can share ideas, advocate reforms, and develop solutions to challenges confronting the sector. The CEO, Randy Abbey, said the cocoa pricing mechanism remains a major concern, particularly its impact on farmers and other players in the value chain.
The Chamber is a critical partner in the pursuit of a turnaround for the cocoa industry. By bringing the vital nodes of our value chain under one umbrella, the Ghana Chamber of Cocoa Marketers is establishing a unified voice. This synergy is exactly what our industry needs to navigate the complexities of the modern global market. To our licensed buying companies, we say that you are the primary lifeline to our treasured cocoa farmers. You ensure that the sweat and toil of the Ghanaian farmer translates into premium quality beans and wealth that the world craves. Your transition towards deeper digitization, transparent traceability, compliance with the guidelines on internal marketing, and ethical sourcing is crucial.
Alhaji Umar Abubakar, National Executive of Ghana Cocoa, Coffee and Peanuts Farmers Association, added that they will work with government, farmers and the private sector to build a stronger and more sustainable cocoa industry.
For what we are doing today, in our view, is an activity that has been long overdue. Because cocoa is the backbone of the economy of Ghana. And we expected that something like this would come about long since. But better late than never. We want to assure the Chamber of our fullest support as farmers.
Samuel Ajimado, acting president for Chamber of Cocoa Marketers, also added that the Chamber will deploy professional staff, advocacy personnel, and legal experts to help in the cocoa industry.
With authority, it is also onus on us. It is our responsibility to educate members so that cocoa, as we have, members will understand what goes into cocoa, and therefore there are certain aspects that we will explain. Of course, the chamber will employ professional staff, advocacy personnel, we have legal experts. We have a full-fledged professional staff that will ensure that some of the issues that we have been confronted with is explained.
And still on cocoa, the Ghana Cocoa Board has barred license buying companies from purchasing cocoa beans on credit from farmers, warning that companies that breach their directive risk losing their operating licenses. Chief Executive Officer of Cocoa Board, Dr. Randy Abbey, speaking at the launch of the Chamber of Cocoa Marketers, said the directive is part of measures to strengthen liquidity, improve payment discipline, and restore efficiency across Ghana's cocoa supply chain.
The bill also seeks to look at all of these things to ensure that there's prudent financial management. The bill also requires relevant stakeholders to be licensed and operate within the terms and conditions of their licenses. It criminalizes some of the offenses and clearly sets out the severe consequences of non-compliance, including withdrawal of licenses, fines and terms of imprisonment depending on the offense. This bill will be accompanied by regulations which will guide the work of the members of this chamber. Therefore, we expect the active participation of the chamber during the consultations on the draft regulations. The new funding model is to ensure sufficient liquidity for cocoa purchases and related operations all year round. Hence, beginning the 26-27 crop year, we hope to eliminate the delays in the payment of cocoa taking over receipts. And I'm sure IGI is excited and everybody else, which has been the bane of LBC since 2020. The arrangement is to aid the shorter turnaround time for LBCs so that they can quicken the pace of purchases, eliminate indebtedness to banks, and improve the efficiency and profitability of cocoa purchases. We have met as part of our stakeholder engagements. I've told them you're not supposed to buy cocoa on credit from farmers. We have all decided that we'll go and see no more. So we are not withdrawing anybody's license, but we are written to the effect that if it happens again, your license will be revoked because it's against the terms of the license. We've also told the farmers that the LBCs are not supposed to buy cocoa on credit from you. So don't go and take your cocoa to any purchasing clerk on credit.
Let's turn our attention now to the government chair as the Kintaky Teku Churu II is urging the Driver and Vehicle Licensing Authority to step up cybersecurity measures as it prepares to introduce new digital number plates, noting that robust interventions are necessary to enable the authority effectively address challenges associated with the new digital licensing system. The government chair made the call when he paid a courtesy call to visit the DVLA in Accra as part of his engagement with corporate institutions on the government's 24-hour economy agenda.
It forms part of the government's broader plans to engage corporate institutions and encourage them to align the operations with the government's 24-hour economy agenda. He also pledged to facilitate discussions between the DVLA and foreign investors with expertise in cybersecurity, emphasizing the need for robust security measures as the authority advances its digitalization agenda.
The main objective is about a 24-hour economy, which I believe in and trust that it will cut to size our unemployment issues in this country and give us capital velocity and make our systems more efficient. And because of that, and how substantial it is, I believe that I have to move myself from the palace to this institution and understand their mode of operation and what they do.
In response, the Chief Executive Officer of DVLA, Julius Nikwe Kote, outlined the authority's preparations for the rollout of the new digital number plate, highlighting the technology and security measures being introduced to improve vehicle identification and verification.
The LI is passed. Attorney General has written to us that the LI took effect 28 May 2026. The Minister, through the implementation policy plan, has made us aware that August and September is for public education, after which we can start with our piloting.
The visit ended with the government commending the DVLA for its innovations and reaffirming his support for the authority's efforts to improve service delivery and road safety.
For the midday news, my name is Nana Kwesi Kwetia. Good afternoon, Ghana continues after the break.
And there they are. The squad is ready, lined up, ice cold, focused and prepared for national duty. Every bottle in position, every label shining with confidence. And here comes the selection. One bottle steps forward, picked from the squad, ready to deliver for Ghana. He takes the first sip. Oh yes, refreshingly hydrating. The whistle goes. The Black Stars are on the move. He breaks through the defense like flowing water. Beautiful control. He lines it up. He strikes. Goal! Ghana is awake. From the fridge to the field, Awake keeps you refreshed. Awake purified drinking water. One for life. Proudly supporting the National Cardiothoracic Center. This advert is FDA approved.
In my line of work, a confident smile is everything. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste keeps me on top of my game and ensures my smile is always radiant and bright.
With the tiring nature of my job, we spend several hours under the scorching sun. To keep our teeth white and our breath fresh all the time, we use none other than Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. You're on a Kessie and in a kit one.
Samayo Kendini, who be here, Semetra Sapapadia to Amame Manfo, Kel Charcoal's natural ingredients, and a bomb is Sehobai, a man is swing, Nesasu Mama Hoto so a will beg you.
Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Choose Kel Charcoal Toothpaste for anti-cavity, whiter teeth, and fresher breath all day. Available in 80 gram and 150 gram. Grab yours today.
Kel, happy smile. This advert is FDA approved.
We're kicking your year off
in all her glory
with more because we got you.
You get it?
You know that we got kicks, we got scores, we got action, we got roars.
It's my specialty.
We got drama, we got fun. We got more for everyone with an upgrade on us just for you. More channels, more shows, more reasons to stay.
We got you.
DSTV, we got you all the way.
The pulse of a nation, rising, unshaken. When the Black Stars take the world stage, we don't just play, we bring the storm. Fuel the dream. Support the Black Stars. Storm Energy Drink. Make your mark. Excessive drinking can be detrimental to health. Not recommended for persons under 18 years, lactating mothers, pregnant women, and people sensitive to caffeine. This advert is FDA approved.
In my line of work, a confident smile is everything. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste keeps me on top of my game and ensures my smile is always radiant and bright.
With the tiring nature of my job, we spend several hours under the scorching sun. To keep our teeth white and our breath fresh all the time, we use none other than Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. You're on a Kessie and in a kit one.
Samayo Kendini, who be here, Semetra Sapapadia to Amame Manfo, Kel Charcoal's natural ingredients, and a bomb is Sehobai, a man is swing, Nesasu Mama Hoto so a will beg you.
Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Choose Kel Charcoal Toothpaste for anti-cavity, whiter teeth, and fresher breath all day. Available in 80 gram and 150 gram. Grab yours today.
Kel, happy smile. This advert is FDA approved.
Finding my dream apartment in just 2 days was a breeze with 7terragh.com. Looking for your next home, the perfect piece of land, or the best commercial property for your business? Are you worried about sending money home for property and finding nothing when you return? Well, worry no more. 7terragh.com is just a platform to find prime lands, perfect properties, or vibrant real estate development at the click of a button. 7terragh.com is your go-to property listing platform that allows you to register, list, rent, buy or sell, and connect with correct agents. With our AI-powered smart search, personalized dashboards, verified agent connection, and interactive property maps, all your property needs have been made easier. Check us out on 7terragh.com or contact us on 0302-998-246 or 0561 032-252. 7terragh.com, powered by MNC Properties.
Today's class is going to be an exciting one. Now, who can share an unforgettable moment in their life? Okay, Asempa.
I'd like to talk about my first time. It was her natural look, complemented by her favorite green silky apparel that caught my attention. I have to say, she automatically possessed me with her smile, which exposed her beautiful white teeth. That's not all, her enduring signature perfume could be smelled from afar. Madam, why do you look so surprised? My first time with her was special and irresistible. I'm talking about Cindy Rice. Cindy Rice can be found in selected supermarkets nationwide.
Cindy Rice, sweet aroma, great taste. This advert is FDA approved.
This July, get ready for stories that will make your heart race. From love and passion to secrets and lies that can ruin everything. Catch the sizzling episodes of Sins and Roses at 4 p.m, Domenica Monteiro at 5 p.m, Be My Sunshine at 6 p.m, and Avenida Brazil at 7 p.m, Central African Time. Only on Novelas Plus, Channel 133 on DSTV.
Metro TV, Original TV, Original FM and Metro Digital, under the auspices of the Office of the Chief of Staff, proudly present the Clean Conference 2026. Theme: Assessing Ghana's progress towards UN SDGs Agenda 2030. SDG 6, Clean Water and Sanitation. SDG 7, Clean Energy. And SDG 12, Responsible Consumption and Production. Friday, 21st August 2026, 9 a.m. at the City Conference Hall, University of Ghana, Legon, Accra. With just 4 years to achieve the UN SDGs 2030, how far has Ghana come? The answers begin with one national conversation, the Metro and Original Sanitation Conference, with the Chief of Staff, Honorable Julius Debra. In attendance will be the Gamanche, His Royal Majesty King Takite Kochru II. The Clean Conference, bringing together government, development partners, industry players, academia, civil society, and all Ghanaians. Change is not only in conference rooms, so there will be a cleanup exercise on Saturday, 22nd August 2026, also led by the Chief of Staff. Join thousands of volunteers for this massive cleanup exercise across the major streets of Accra. Metro Clean Conference, Wahuni Diema or Maini Tumpong.
Hello, I know very well that you care about the environment, and for that reason I expect you to be part of the IMG Clean Conference on the 21st of August at the City Conference Center. Let's meet, engage, and find better way of protecting our environment. I'm sure it's important to you and you will be there. My name is Fifi Boafo. I will definitely join you at the conference. See you.
Hello there, welcome back from the break. Thanks so much for staying with us here on Good Afternoon Ghana. My name is Desmond Okrekudan. So we're wrapping up the week. Today is Friday, the 14th of August, 2026. This afternoon, we have two conversations we're having on the show before we wrap up at 2 p.m. We're talking about human trafficking in Ghana. It's a very, very important conversation that needs to be had. And today, joining me, we have the Executive Director of Challenging Heights, joining me in studio for us to talk about the work that they have been undertaking over the period to make sure the rescuing girls and boys who have been trafficked. And in fact, he talks about slavery, in this case, modern slavery. I've been wanting to ask him, really, is that happening? Also, we'll get into that conversation in a bit. And later, we'll be talking to the Public Relations Officer for the National Biosafety Authority. Want to understand what the authority does. So we'll get into that conversation also. So do want to stay with us till the very end. We're on till 2 p.m. and live on Facebook and Metro TV Ghana. Also on YouTube, you can join us live on there and be a part of the show. My name is Desmond Okreku-Dan. So my guest this afternoon, as I have here, is Dr. James Annan. He's joined me in studio for us to talk about human trafficking in Ghana. Doc, welcome to the program. Thank you so much for your time. And I see that there's a lot of work that your outfit has been putting in place to help with this situation as we have. But let's begin from your outfit, Challenging Heights. Tell us about it.
Well, thank you very much, and thank you for having me. Challenging Heights was set up about 21 years ago, and I used to be a staff of Barclays Bank, so just from Barclays Bank I started it, and it's basically to address human trafficking in general, and then look at the issues that causes human trafficking. And so far, for 21 years, we've covered a lot of grounds.
Okay.
We currently work in 14 out of the 16 regions of Ghana. Our head office is in Accra, and we have a lot of collaborations both within and outside of the country, looking at the issue of human trafficking and modern slavery in general.
Right. You touch on modern slavery. I mean, for human trafficking, we can understand and know what exactly it is. But for modern slavery, how is that happening?
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things that baffles me as to why people don't know that slavery still exists even at this time. When I talk about slavery, people think about so many years ago when our citizens were shipped from Ghana and Africa to Europe and America. And they do not think about how it's happening now. We just have to look at what the definition of slavery is. Being held against your will and being exploited. So for instance, if you traffic Nigerian girls from Nigeria to Ghana, promising them that they're going to work in, let's say, a restaurant or a hotel, and then you bring them to Ghana and force them into prostitution. They are not prostitutes. They don't want to be prostitutes.
Okay.
And so you forcing them into the situation and putting them in an enclosed area where they cannot run away, and then forcing them to sleep with between 10 and 20 men a day. And then you take the money out of that exploitation for yourself, and they cannot run away. That is slavery. So you are holding them against their wish. And the kind of activity that you are forcing them to do is inhuman. It's in such a way that, I mean, they can die out of it. You get it? So it's even worse than prison, because prison, you know that you did something wrong, you were prosecuted, you were convicted, and you were imprisoned. So whilst there, you have even the opportunity to appeal your sentence.
Right.
And in some cases, you feel that, okay, you did it, and you are getting the punishment for it. But this one, it is prison plus more, because you have done nothing wrong, but you are being forced into a certain enclosure, and you are being forced to do things against your wish. And sometimes you wish you are dead.
Wow. Wow. And with this that happens, I understand there's a long chain that enables this thing we're talking about, human trafficking and modern slavery. Share with us, you get to rescue a lot of girls. In fact, last week or so, you had rescued about 33 Nigerians who had come into the country. What's it like in terms of the chain and the channel through which these girls and sometimes boys are trafficked into the country?
Yes, so we have different sectors within the trafficking and modern slavery sector.
Okay.
We have the internal one. In Ghana, the internal one is mainly in fishing and then somehow in mining. where children from the coastal areas, from Accra, Apam, Winneba, Senya, Adan, Ningo, Pram, Bato, those coastal areas are sent to the inland lake Volta for purposes of fishing. And that is what is prevailing a lot in Ghana. Then we have others who are sent from other areas into the mining areas. That one is a bit of a small scale. But we are also having a situation where Ghana is becoming a destination country, where we have a lot of Nigerians being shipped into Ghana. And we are seeing it in large numbers.
So those are some of the visuals of some of the ladies you had rescued.
Exactly. So you will see that a lot of these girls that you are seeing, were brought from Nigeria, especially around the Enugu State areas where poverty abounds. They are sent here for purposes of prostitution, being forced into prostitution against their wish in the mining areas mainly. Though we have other areas that they are sent to, mining areas seems to be coming up a lot, where they are given targets. Some of them are asked to bring 1,000 Ghana cedis a day. Others are asked to bring 2,000 Ghana cedis a day. And, they cannot run away. If you want to run away, you are asked to pay a certain amount. So we are hearing some of them are being asked to pay 20,000 Ghana cedis just to get their freedom to be able to go back to Nigeria. So you pay your own way here because you are promised they are going to get a job in a restaurant, hotel, and so you bear your own expenses only to be forced into the prostitution. And if you want to get out of the prostitution, you have to pay 20,000 Ghana cedis in order to get out. If this is not slavery, then what else are we talking about? Now, the mode at which, and of course, we also have the ones that they are forced into the cyber crime.
Yes. We've seen a lot of arrests also.
Exactly.
From
and they are also promised some jobs, and when they come, they are encamped into some areas, and they are forced to do this cyber crime, cyber fraud. Then we also have, of course, Ghanaians who are also deceived into the Gulf area, deceived into, they are promised that they're going to be sent to Europe, only to end up in Ivory Coast, etc. So there are phases. Now, with the specific issue of Nigerians, it looks like Ghana has more and more become so attractive in the narratives in Nigeria.
The narratives that people who are here send back home.
Exactly.
That it's a place that thrives. So
that Ghana is doing well. If you come to Ghana, there are a lot of restaurants, there are a lot of hotels, there are a lot of malls. So you can come here and work and get money. And then between Ghana and Nigeria, the cedi is stronger than the naira. So the little money that you get from here, if you send it to Nigeria, it becomes like $1 for them. So that attractive narrative is catching on. So a lot of people want to come to Ghana. And so when you are in difficulty and you are looking for an opportunity and somebody comes to you, approaches you and say, I have an opportunity in Ghana for a restaurant workers. How many want to go? A lot of girls want to go. I have a mall, shopping mall, that's looking for people to work with. I have a quota. How many want to go? A lot of people want to go. Now, that narrative then brings them to Ghana. What we are finding is that some of those who join them to come to Ghana are professional, I would say, sex workers. So they come as they themselves being sex workers, but also as madams. So when they get to Ghana, then they distribute them to those areas. Once they go, they will go and meet the madam of the madams, who is either a Ghanaian or a Nigerian herself, but who is not part of the sex working activities. What she does is she is the one who takes the money. So these girls are actually sold to this madam, and this madam would have to gain profit. So she then encloses them and then markets them to the mining workers, to people around, and then when they come, she make the sales. So you are given a target. You have to sleep with about 10 men, 20 men a day. And out of the 10, 20 men, you are supposed to bring 1,000 or 2,000 Ghana cedis a day. So if she has about 30 people she's controlling, you are talking about 1,000 times 30, that's about 30,000 a day. Or 2,000 per person times.
Right.
That's about 20,000. If it's 2,000 a day, you're talking about 30, then 2 times 3, that's
60. Yeah, you're at 60.
That's how much money some people are making
of the girls.
And so it has become a security situation. We are now seeing stories where these girls are held through guns. And so it is becoming even more dangerous for activists like us to go and rescue
them.
And that is why we are calling on the security agencies to come together. Very soon we have to see a concerted effort, not only the Ghana Police Service, because the Ghana Police Service, honestly, let me say it here, through the anti-human trafficking unit of Ghana Police Service, of the CID, is doing so much work. And under the circumstances where they don't have the resources, they don't have the money, they're still doing so much. But that much is not enough.
Not enough.
Looking at the scale of the problem, where it looks like the Nigerian economy is more and more becoming weaker against the Ghanaian economy. So that attraction has
increased
in Nigeria. So there's a need for a concerted effort between the Nigerian government, especially through the security agencies, and the Ghanaian government through the security agencies. Not only one security agency, but a number of them. That
quite collaboration amongst all of them.
IOCO, police, CID, immigration, all of them coming together with their counterparts in Nigeria, so that no one will hide. In fact, I will even ask that the rent control should come in through the Ministry of Works and Housing. Should come in, because when these girls come, they are rented, like they rent a place rent a place for them. So the rent control must come in. We're also looking at the Ministry of Tourism, because the hotels and those kind of structures, especially those small guest houses in those community apartments, they must all come on board. If we would leave any one of these people out, it will be difficult for us to solve the problem.
Look, how do you get the tip-off? How do you get to rescue them? Because when you say that Challenging Heights has rescued a number of girls here and there, how does that happen?
Honestly speaking, we cannot do it ourselves. This situation, it is always led by the police.
Okay.
And the intelligence, we sometimes get the intelligence information and we pass it on to the police.
Okay.
Whether it is the international trafficking or the internal trafficking, we still get our own sources and then we pass it on to the police. But in terms of the actual rescue, for this one, we can never be the one to lead. It is always the police that leads to do the rescue.
Someone would ask that. We have for this case, the board they don't use flight to get into the country. For these trafficked ladies, they pass through the borders. Why can we not stop this at the border before? Because from Nigeria to Ghana, you pass through about 2 countries before you get to Ghana, right? Togo, Benin, and then you get to Ghana. So why can we not stop this at the borders before they even get into the country?
Well, I think that we would have to look at our men that we put at the borders and how we train them or how we vet them before they get there. Because a lot of these girls who come into the country, they don't even have passport. They only use the Nigerian national ID. That's what they use to come here.
To get in.
And, to travel across nations, even though we are West African countries, you need a passport to be able to come here. In fact, you need to even state the reason why you are coming here, even though you are a West African citizen. So I think that, in my honest view, I think there are a lot of men who may have compromised their integrity somehow
at the border.
Otherwise, we shouldn't see
the influx so much
of I mean, as the account says, if you be a men's home, so the immigration may be doing a lot of good work, you know, to curb people, the influx of foreigners coming in illegally. But we may have 1 or 2 people who will not, you know, be able to pass the integrity test.
Right.
So that then results in some of these things.
But as a country, do you think that we've gone through the process of the ordinary Ghanaian understanding what human trafficking is, that when they see a situation, they are able to report that I sense that some people are trafficked, yeah, or like you say, they rent a home. I see a group of. Do we have the understanding of that to be able to say that this is a situation that's human trafficking?
I think we don't. I think we have a lot of work to do.
Okay.
And I think we have not paid attention. People are not paying attention. Look, I was talking to, I'm a media person myself.
Right.
Sometimes I talk to my media persons, friends. And you can see that what is selling in the media, that's the platform that we could use to create awareness. What is selling most for all of you is when you talk about politics.
Right.
But when you are talking about issues of poverty, issues of trafficking, issues of livelihood, no one pays attention. And so even though you may be talking about the issues that will protect everyone, those for which that conversation is meant for are not listening. You know, so we need to do a lot to catch the attention of the general public, because every one of us is vulnerable. Every one of us, including you. If I promise you that, knowing that I travel a lot out of the country, if I promise you that I have a job in America that pays you $20,000 a month, my brother, you want to go.
Whichever means, you know, but just before I wrap up, so I've got 2 questions about what happens to the girls who are rescued.
Usually we take care of them. We've been partnering with the CID to absorb them, to feed them, give them medical care, counseling, clothe them. You know, we do a lot for them in terms of their care before we also support in their repatriation. What is the most difficult part of this care that we give them are their health.
Okay.
And then their mental state. So in terms of their health, when these girls come, because of data protection issues, some of the things we can't bring them out.
Yeah.
If we are allowed to put things out, I'm sure there will be a national security crisis. Some of what the girls have gone through and the impact of what they have gone through is so inhuman that I wonder why a person will put another person in that situation. And because of that, a lot of them who were not prepared for that job have been affected mentally. Some of them are actually going, like their mental health is so deteriorated that they shut down. They simply don't want to talk. And so we try to at least give them a modicum of care at the beginning. But I believe that a lot needs to be done when they go when they go back.
The end of this is to arrest the perpetrators.
Yes.
Have we done well in identifying the people who actually traffic them? In fact, all the people in the value chain, arrest and prosecuting them. I have seen, I think last year we've seen a Nigerian lady who was prosecuted and given a sentence, and a number of them. But we really need to do more if we want to stop that.
Oh yeah, sure. I mean, as I said, the CID is doing well in arresting. But to be honest with you, they need more sophisticated equipment in order to detect all those in the value chain.
Okay.
Because we are also seeing that some of those who pretend to be victims are actually not big victims. They are actually also madams. But because the CID is a bit constrained, sometimes their tentacles do not net all those who are supposed to be prosecuted.
Right, right. So this is a very important conversation, and for us at Metro TV, so you must have been seeing a lot of the stories that we run on human trafficking and also on our websites with Challenging Heights helping with that. So if you're watching and there's any situation, you've got to report it, and I'm sure you can reach out to the police or reach out to Challenging Heights on social media. What's your handle?
Oh yes, I mean, the first point of call will be the police.
The police, right.
If you suspect somebody is at risk of being trafficked, it's the police. You can also alert the immigration. They are also trained to do so. You can alert the social welfare, the human trafficking secretariat. As for challenging us with the NGO, you can alert us. But when you alert us, we also alert the police.
The police.
So please, when you see something, say something. But we also need to know what you have to see in order to say something.
Okay.
When the person is vulnerable, how do you spot that this person is vulnerable? It's another conversation we may have to have.
We may have to have that another time. Thank you so much for coming in. Dr. James Annan is the Executive Director for Challenging Heights, and they've been working with the Anti-Human Trafficking Unit of the Ghana Police Service in rescuing a number of ladies, especially in recent times, 3 Nigerians who had been rescued, brought into the country to engage. In fact, when you go to on our streets in Accra, we know the places where you go, and when you talk to them, you see that they are all Nigerians. In Kumasi, just around the prison, around going towards K, you see a lot of them by the roadside. And most often, 99% of them are foreigners from Nigeria. Yes, they're from Nigeria.
But you see, the funny story that I had, very quick one. We went to do a rescue with the police, and then the issue came up in the news. Then our rescue director was called by somebody close to where one of our offices is. He said, but you people, you are going all the way to Bolga to rescue these Nigerian girls. When just close to your office, they have been come there and are being used for prostitution.
Yeah.
That's how widespread the situation is.
Right.
But for me, James Kofi Annan, I think that we all have to be involved.
Okay.
Otherwise, we'll get to a crisis point, we cannot solve the problem.
We cannot solve that. Thank you so much for your time this afternoon, Dr. James Kofi Annan, Executive Director for Challenging Heights. We're taking a turn. When we come back, we're talking to the National Biosafety Authority. I'm sure for many of us, we haven't heard about the authority before. What they do, we'll get to know that in a bit. So stay with us, Young Good Afternoon Ghana. We'll be back shortly.
The pulse of a nation, rising, unshaken. When the Black Stars take the world stage, we don't just play, we bring the storm. Fuel the dream. Support the Black Stars. Storm Energy Drink. Make your mark. Excessive drinking can be detrimental to health. Not recommended for persons under 18 years, lactating mothers, pregnant women, and people sensitive to caffeine. This advert is FDA approved.
Mommy, good morning.
Good morning, my son. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Mom. How about you?
I'm fine.
Joe, I just saw your mom doing her usual morning routine. Like, it was just 2 weeks she underwent a major colon surgery.
Bro, see, my mom is doing perfectly fine, and we're all excited about it. It was minimally invasive surgery, and the recovery has been very fast.
Minimally? Hey! No, wait. What do you mean by that?
So they offered my mom a laparoscopic colon surgery. Laparoscopic colon surgery, which we accepted. It turned out it was equally safe with a very fast recovery time, and the cost involved too was very, very reasonable. She was discharged 3 days after the surgery, and you can see her, she's on her feet again.
3 days?
Just 3 days, bro.
Mean Tuber Hospital, first Ghana colorectal center, aimed to serve a peculiar health need.
Hello, my friends. My name is Kelkit Toothpaste.
Wow.
I was made to be gentle on your gum, but protected. I will protect your teeth from cavity, make your teeth whiter, stronger, keep your mouth fresh all day. And best of all, I'm strawberry flavored. So put on a smile and try me.
That's amazing.
Just try me. That's my job.
If you say so, jump on my brush. Makes your teeth stronger. Chicky chicky whiter. Chicky chicky stronger. Yay! You did it!
I'm glad you like your new toothpaste. Don't forget to brush both day and night.
Kel Kids, happy smile.
Madam, I'm looking for Abena.
Abena, there's someone looking for you.
Madam, please, where's Abena?
Abena. Yes, ma'am. Is this who you are looking for?
Madam, please get me Abena. Please.
Della. Abena, bra.
Oh, Abena. If it's not Abena rice, you can't eat any other.
Abena rice.
FDA
This July, get ready for stories that will make your heart race. From love and passion to secrets and lies that can ruin everything. Catch the sizzling episodes of Sins and Roses at 4 p.m., Domenica Monteiro at 5 p.m., Be My Sunshine at 6 p.m., and Avenida Brazil at 7 p.m. Central African Time. Only on Novelas Plus, channel 134 on GoTV.
Welcome back. Thanks so much for staying with us here on Good Afternoon Ghana. My name is Desmond Okrekudan. So we'll get into the next conversation about the National Biosafety Authority. Before the break, I was asking that how many people know about the authority. Jennifer and Vanessa do not know. And so the PR is here. Michael Odamiado is here to tell us about the authority, what really they do and some of the activities they're working on currently. Maybe after that, then I can ask Vanessa and she can give me an answer to that. Michael, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much.
Right, so National Biosafety Authority. Tell us about the authority. Like I said, many people may not exactly know about the authority.
Yeah, so thank you for the opportunity. So National Biosafety Authority, our job is very simple. So we make sure that genetically modified organisms are not put out there, and also if it has any negative impact, we make sure that we take that out. So the whole point is safety.
Okay.
So biotechnologists put out products, and these are done with modern biotechnology. And so with these products, they need someone to regulate them. I mean, it's a technology. And technology comes with risk. It comes with unknowns, which you have to verify or know before you put out any product. So the National Biosafety Authority, our job is very simple. All we do is to make sure that products that are genetically modified are safe, and when they are put out there, I mean, it doesn't cause any negative impact on the public and then the environment as well.
That's interesting to know, because a lot of people have a certain perception about GMOs and, you know, in terms of health-wise, a lot of things. But you work at the authority. Show us what really goes into that, because the understanding of when you go get a product and we say this tomatoes is a GMO, everybody gets scared about it. Nobody wants to touch it.
Yeah. So this is it. Genetically modified organisms are organisms that have their genetic makeup. It's been modified, intentionally modified, to suit a desired trait or a desired characteristic. So we have traits like pest and disease tolerant or resistant. We have drought resistance. We have salt tolerant. We have improved nutrition. So I think not long ago we passed we approved a cowpea beans that baby eat.
Yes.
So one was approved, and then it has two traits. So the first one is for failed such that the pod bearer, I see the beans has something that the part that bears the fruit or the bean itself, the pod bearer, if there's a pest called Maroka, if it gets to it, it will definitely take out the flower. I mean, from the flowers we get the seed, or we get the beans. So if we consume the seed, how would you get the seed, or how would you get the beans? So the pod bearer, that one has been approved. So if you see any other traits, or if you see any other product out there that is not what I'm saying, if it's not for, how do I even put it such that it will not look controversial to people, because people have a lot of, let me just correct this quickly before I continue.
Okay, sure.
So there are hybrids, okay? There are hybrids that are basically made from agriculture, and they have the biotech that does with the GMOs. So these GMOs are the ones that I'm talking about. That one is the makeup, the genes that has been altered. It is not like the crafting that you cut a part of this and join it and then it comes up. So the only product that is out there that is genetically modified is the cowpea.
The cowpea?
Yes, the one we call beans. Aside that, there is no other product that is out there that is genetically modified.
What are some of the myths that you hear people talk about that,
there are
as an
many.
authority, you think
there are many. So before I get to that, listen, science is supposed to solve problems. Science and technology is supposed to solve problems. Okay, so it's the innovation that comes out of the science that we make sure that is safe. So you definitely hear a lot of things behind the scenes, but what we do here is to make sure that these technological solutions that are coming out from these scientists, one, they are safe and effective such that when it's put on the marketplace, everyone can have access to it. Secondly, two, if it is not safe, we don't put it out there. If it's not safe,
it will not be out there.
It will not be out there for anyone to get even access to.
But
and then the third thing,
some of them on the market, on the shelves.
So yes, the process is still ongoing. At this point is with Plant Protection and Regulatory Services Directorate, where we are putting things together for. They are putting things together for. Ours is done already. Ours is to approve that it's safe. From there, the rest can continue with the seed variety people and all of that for it to come out. So as I was saying, the last point is to make sure that these things that we have approved are going to stay as long as possible on the shelf, such that when you want to get it, you can still get, or they don't lose the reason of which we approved them to fall on the market. So an example is antibiotics. People just take antibiotics for taking its sake. They don't even know the implications. Antibiotics, then they just take it. But at a point, your body will resist it. And then if you are just taking and taking and taking, probably it might even cause you death. So one of the very key roles that we play is that these things that have been approved, we make sure that they stay as long as they can on the market shelf. And if it will even cause a problem, we quickly sort it out.
Wow, antibiotics.
Yeah.
No,
that was just an example.
So that was an example.
That was just an example.
So basically, you're looking at the safety of the public through your work, biosafety.
Yes,
that's what you do, right? But then there's not so much understanding of the authority and what.
Yes. So what we do, as I said earlier, so we receive and process. We handle. We. Should I say, we supervise and regulate modern biotechnology. So these things, they are in aspects. So we have confined field trial, we have contained use, we have transit, we have import, we have export, we have facility certification, we have non-GM certification, and I think, yes, and we have GMO detection and then testing. So these are the services that we run. If I want to take you through it, it will take a while. I can summarize it. So with the contained use, the lab, what the scientists do in the lab, I mean the genesis of the whole project. Let's assume it's trying to produce this thing such that it will be able to resist termites. So that's where the whole thing starts from, the lab. And then from there, it moves to the field, where it's called a confined field trial. It's confined such that the scientists can keep monitoring. This takes some time. It doesn't just start like 1 year, the next year. Some take as long as 7 to 8 years before it gets to that stage. And from there, it moves to environmental release or placing in the market. So with that space, that is where the public actually comes in. So if there is anything, or sorry, any product that is supposed to go to the environment or go to the market, we sought public participation, where the public tell us that yes, indeed, this this product is okay to come. We are good with it. We like how it is. Please approve it. That's what we get from the public. So it's opened. We gazette it at Assembly Press, such that everyone can have access to it. So if there is anything you want to put in there, you can put in there in terms of the public participation.
Right.
So from there, we have transit. Transit is when it's moving from here to maybe, it's moving from maybe Togo to Cote d'Ivoire. You are supposed to tell us that, yes, we'll pass through Ghana and then go to Cote d'Ivoire. So please, we are informing you. And there are things we do in relation to that. I mean, there are protocols we do in relation to that. And we have import, export. So if you're a businessman, you want to bring in GMOs. Let's assume you have maize or rice. We have traits that you want to bring out there. So maybe, I think last 2024, we approved 14 commercialized events that have been registered in Ghana. So I can't really get their list.
Yeah, get the list. Okay.
Proper, but then
I also read and know that in the sub region, Ghana seems to be a leading hub, you know, when it comes to biosafety. Just share with us some of the things. I know there are some collaborations that you've been also working on, and looking at some of the things that you work on, as you've talked about the GMOs, biotechnology regulation, and you know, let's talk about the collaboration with the FDA and other institutions that also supervise or are regulatory bodies.
So we work with 7 other regulatory agencies. So FDA, EPA, veterinary, customs, local government. Forgive me, PPRSD. Yeah, Plants Protection and Regulatory Service Directorate. So they all play a role in the regulatory phase. So if from our decks, we make sure that the product that is with us, if it's genetically modified, we make sure it is safe. From there, it takes a step ahead. So if it is food, definitely it will be the FDA that will take it on from there. If it's an animal, it will definitely go to vet. If it's coming from the lab and it needs that monitoring protocol, it needs that assessing, we get it from the lab. So an example is, I think last year or last 2 years, maize came to the port, and then it was coming from a hotspot country. When I say a hotspot country, a country that probably are producing, or not probably, countries that are producing genetically. So if it gets to the port, the first point of contact is the National Biosafety Authority.
What do you look for?
So we do, that's where the GMO detection and testing comes in. So that's what we look for. If the trait is something that has a counterpart, so assuming we have maize, like this cowpea that I'm talking about, or maize that I'm talking about, if it's coming from US, you know that definitely it is 90% sure that it's genetically modified. So let's say, Desmond, you are a businessman, and then you've imported maize, and then it's from US. The moment you tell us that it's not genetically modified, we will suspect, because it is 90% sure that coming from US,
the US, it would be a GMO.
So from there, customs will reach us, then the proceedings continue. So let me take you through the quick proceedings quickly. So the moment you receive an application, assuming you are coming for, you're a scientist, and you are coming to start a new project with the GMO. Maybe you want to get a trait that pawpaw should taste more sweeter, like sugarcane. So it means you are starting a project. You have to come to the National Biosafety Authority with your dossier that this is it.
This is what you want to do.
Yes. The moment you bring it, 7 days, we have to acknowledge receipts that, Desmond, we've received the application you brought to us. So from there, it will take us 60 days to check for its completeness. So the completeness is that book you brought to us with all the details. We cross-check. There's a checklist that the biosafety team back in the office has, and then they'll do all the checks. From there, it will go to the technical advisory committee. So you can see it's some rigorous assessment.
I can see that.
It's not just A, B, C, D, and you are there. So it goes to the technical advisory committee. It takes them some while to also check. And after that, we get the terms and we get the terms and conditions. Okay, so there's like a recommendation they'll forward to the board, and then the board can look at that and make their decision whether to approve or refuse.
Have you had people who have not come to you for approval on any GMO thing, and what did you do about it?
So for now, we haven't received
not had any
case like that yet. But I mean, that's why we are here to educate Ghanaians that I like that. There's this saying: if you see something, say something. Yes. So if you see anything that you find out it's not sitting well with you, send this product. You're looking at it some way. It's not like the usual. Please rush to our office, and then I'll put out our contact.
Yeah,
and
the contact,
our
right?
Handles on social.
So for many people who go to the markets and are seeing different kinds of products on the markets and are thinking, where is this coming from?
I think it's misconception.
Okay.
I mean, sometimes the misconception takes lead before the education comes.
Okay.
We see, no disrespect to any media house, but then, well, I might not even mention the media house. One of the media houses one time had a guy sitting on radio and then pushing out that GMO will kill you, GMO is this, GMO is that.
So that's what I'm saying. A lot of people have thought about it like that, have that in mind. That GMO, when you eat GMO, you're killing yourself.
So GMO gives, let me tell you something. GMO gives cancer. GMO, if you're a man, it will take your fertility away. GMO, after some long run, you get skin diseases and all. Listen, if it goes through the National Biosafety Authority, there is 100% assurance that it is safe.
That it is safe?
Yes. The way you trust that if I put my product through FDA and it comes out, I am free.
Safe?
How can't you trust NBA?
Okay.
Sometimes I think about it that why is it that people are scared? Is it because of the whole GMO?
It's because of the whole conversation around GMO, not just in Ghana, but in other places. You read about it, or it's being talked about that when you're taking GMO foods, at the long run, you are harming yourself and all of that.
Okay. That's why I'm saying that it has to go through the National Biosafety Authority.
Okay.
If it goes through the National Biosafety Authority, you are safe.
Right. So that's what the National Biosafety Authority does, and I understand that perfectly. And from some of the illustrations, Mike, I need to come to the office so that I can see for myself what
we have to do more.
Yeah, what happens there, so we can educate people more. So how do people contact you?
So on our socials, we are on Facebook, we are on X, we are on LinkedIn, we are on TikTok, and we are on YouTube as well.
Right.
So National Biosafety for all, but with the exception of X. X is at Ghana_MBA.
MBA.
So you can reach us there. But our office is at Atomic. It's situated at Atomic, and you can reach out to us at any time.
Right, thank you very much, Michael Damiado. He's Public Relations Officer for the National Biosafety Authority. So now we understand what the authority does, and so just draw the attention to anything there. Right, so that's how we wrap up the show for today. Many thanks for being a part of Good Afternoon Ghana from Monday through to today, Friday, as we wrap up the week. My name is Desmond Okrekudan. So log on to www.metrotvonline.com for more news. We're back at 7 p.m. with News Night. And remember that it's exactly a week to the biggest sanitation conference in this country. That is the Metro TV Clean Conference 2026 under the auspices of the Chief of Staff, Julius Deborah. It is happening on the 21st of August, next week Friday, at the City Conference Hall at the University of Ghana, where we are going to discuss how Ghana can drive towards the SDG goals. And then on Saturday, after we're done talking on Friday, Saturday we step out and then we hold a massive cleanup exercise on the streets of Accra. You see the Chief of Staff joining us there. So be part of this. It is free. Register with your groups. Big shouts all the institutions who have registered with us to be a part of the Clean Conference 2026. And you can come to our offices here at North Region Accra. Give us a call. You can contact us on Facebook, all the platforms, and let us know you being a part of this program. And let's have a good time next week, Friday. The Gamanche is also coming next week, Friday. And as we've been seeing on the promo ads we've been playing, all the ministers, all the MPs, they're coming to be a part of this all-important Conference. So next week, Friday, City Conference Hall, University of Ghana. Saturday, we do a cleanup exercise. This will be big, and this is for our motherland. So see you there. Enjoy the rest of our programs. News night at 7 p.m. will be here to bring you the latest news updates. Desmond Okrikudasu is my name. Enjoy the rest of our programs. Bye-bye.
Metro TV, Original TV, Original FM and Metro Digital under the auspices of the Office of the Chief of Staff proudly present the Clean Conference 2026. Theme: Assessing Ghana's progress towards UN SDGs Agenda 2030. SDG 6, Clean Water and Sanitation. SDG 7, Clean Energy.